top 10 award-winning movies on Netflix. Oscars remain the most prestigious award ceremony in American cinema, and some of the best movies of all time have won Academy Awards. So if you're looking to expand your knowledge of prestige, award-winning film, Netflix has some great options for you to watch right now. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel, Netflix Tops, where we tell you about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of the video, because in today's video, we are going to list down the top 10 award-winning movies on Netflix. So let's get started. Number 10. Based on Matthew Quick's 2008 novel and nominated for 8 Academy Awards, Silver Linings Playbook is essentially a rom-com. It stars Jennifer Lawrence, and her role as Tiffany earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress, making her the second youngest Best Actress winner of all time. The movie is centered around a man with bipolar disorder who moves back in with his parents after being discharged from a psychiatric hospital. Bradley Cooper stars as Patrizio Pat Solitano Jr., a former teacher who had a breakdown after catching his wife in the shower with another man. She subsequently divorced Pat and got a restraining order against him, which led to Pat being sent to a mental health facility. After coming home, he sets out to win back his ex-wife. He then meets Tiffany Maxwell, a young widow who offers to help him out if he joins a dance competition with her. What follows is a transformative journey that helps Pat re-examine the relationships in his life and finally find a way to cope with his circumstances. Number 9. Based on Victor Hugo's seminal novel of the same name, Les Misérables, is an epic period musical and arguably one of the best movies ever in its genre. It tells the story of Jean Valjean, known as Prisoner 24601, is released from prison and breaks parole to create a new life for himself while evading the grip of the persistent Inspector Javert. Set in post-revolutionary France, the story reaches resolution against the background of the June Rebellion. The music, the acting, the story, it's all practically flawless, with a well-crafted narrative that elevates this already excellent experience. All the actors in the movie are amazing, but the most outstanding performance comes from Anne Hathaway. Despite only being in a handful of the scenes, her outstanding work in Les Misérables won Hathaway the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, along with a whole lot of other accolades. Number 8. Paul Thomas Anderson's masterpiece about a 20th century oil baron follows the makings of the American capitalist villain. Loosely based on the 1927 novel Oil by Upton Sinclair, There Will Be Blood is an American epic period drama film. The movie revolves around Daniel Plainview, who is a ruthless oil prospector who goes on a relentless pursuit to become the most powerful oil tycoon. For this, he even resorts to manipulating and using his adopted son. It has been widely regarded by critics as one of the greatest films of the 21st century, and it appeared on many critics' top 10 lists for 2007. Number 7. Chronicling the story of how Herman J. Mankiewicz developed a screenplay for Citizen Kane, this movie received 10 nominations at the 93rd Academy Awards. Filmed in black and white as a homage to 1930s cinema, Mank paints a nuanced picture of the screenwriter and of the time he lived in. The movie's screenplay was written by David Fincher's father, Jack Fincher, in the 90s, but the film wasn't made until years after his death. With a sharp story and some brilliant performances, especially by Gary Oldman as the lead character, Mank is a brilliant watch that's a must-see for cinephiles. Number 6. Atonement. Joe Wright's heart-wrenching wartime drama boasts some stellar Best of British credentials. Based on the Ian McEwan novel, and starring James McAvoy and Keira Knightley as illicit lovers, it was nominated for 7 Oscars, winning just 1 for the Italian composer Dario Marianelli's stirring score. In the movie, when Bryony Tallis, 13 years old and an aspiring writer, sees her older sister, Cecilia, and Robbie Turner at the fountain in front of the family estate, she misinterprets what is happening, thus setting into motion a series of misunderstandings and a childish pique that will have lasting repercussions for all of them. Robbie is the son of the family servant, toward whom the family has always been kind. They paid for his time at Cambridge, and now he plans on going to medical school. After the fountain incident, Bryony reads a letter intended for Cecilia and concludes that Robbie is a deviant. When her cousin Lola is raped, she tells the police that it was Robbie she saw committing the deed. So with the series of twists and turns, this movie is definitely worth your watch, if you have one of those detective nerves. Number 5. Directed by Todd Phillips, a 2009 American comedy film titled The Hangover is the first installment in the Hangover trilogy. The film became the 10th highest-grossing film of 2009, with a worldwide gross of over $467 million. The film won the Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy, and received multiple other accolades. It tells the story of Phil Winnick, Stu Price, Alan Gardner, and Doug Billings, who travel to Las Vegas for a bachelor party to celebrate Doug's impending marriage. However, Phil, Stu, and Alan wake up with Doug missing and no memory of the previous night's events, and must find the groom before the wedding can take place. Number 4. Adapted from the play of the same name by August Wilson, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is a powerful musical biopic, and it was nominated in 5 categories at the 93rd Academy Awards, winning 2. Beyond the fact that it is a moving tribute told through a well-crafted story, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is also the last film that Chadwick Boseman worked on before his unfortunate passing in August 2020. The year is 1927, and Ma Rainey, the mother of the blues, is contracted to record a session by white producers. What follows is an intricate portrait of a turbulent time. Both Boseman and Viola Davis are simply brilliant as musicians locked in a clash of egos, with the recording studio as their battleground. It's arguably the best performance of Boseman's career, and it's truly tragic that it is also his final one. Number 3. Based on the real journalist who won the 2003 Pulitzer Prize for public service, this 2015 Best Picture winner follows the Boston Globe Spotlight investigative journalist team as it uncovers the child abuse ring in the Boston area covered up by the Catholic Church. Although the plot was original, it is loosely based on a series of stories by the Spotlight team that earned the Globe the 2003 Pulitzer Prize for public service. In the movie, when the Boston Globe's tenacious Spotlight team of reporters delves into allegations of abuse in the Catholic Church, their year-long investigation uncovers a decades-long cover-up at the highest level of Boston's religious, legal, and government establishment, touching off a wave of revelations around the world. Number 2. Marriage Story. Noah Baumbach's semi-autobiographical story about the dissolution of marriage was a major player in the 2020 Academy Awards, though the only trophy it took home was for Best Supporting Actress for Laura Dern. The film was also nominated for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Original Score. The movie revolves around a stage director and his actor wife struggling through a grueling coast-to-coast divorce that pushes them to their personal and creative extremes. Number 1. A historical war drama titled Darkest Hour earned Gray Oldman his first Oscar for his performance as Winston Churchill. Set during his early days as Prime Minister, the movie narrates how Churchill navigated the political landscape of his time, refusing to negotiate a peace treaty with the Nazis despite seemingly insurmountable odds. In essence, the story begins with one speech and ends with another. We shall fight on the beaches. It's a well-made, well-acted movie, and even though Darkest Hour's story isn't particularly groundbreaking, it is a great experience watching Gary Oldman's performance as Churchill. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.